can I just get a permanent position here?
Yes.
I love radio.
Can you complete the sentence? Say you love Radio 4.
I love ZNBC, all the radio stations, Radio 2, Radio 4. It's so
Thank
fantastic. And it's
you.
always a pleasure being here.
That sounds good.
I feel like I'm at home when I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I feel
Home is
like I'm
good.
at home.
I know.
Hmm.
Already you have a position. No. And we are happy having you every time.
Good.
Oh
So
yeah.
today we have an interesting topic, Chilufya.
Yeah.
Eh?
Know your tax.
Know your tax.
2025.
2025.
It's
But
important.
but before we go into today's program, Chilufya, just a quick update. Last week, the program we did on life insurance, I got a feedback from an expert in the insurance business, a lady, very, very generous lady that gave me feedback concerning a few things that we had discussed that were not quite right, especially on the Zambian market. So, like whole life insurance, instead of calling it whole life, it's actually called endowment, the one that I was referring to as whole life insurance, which as an investment aspect is actually called endowment. So next week we are inviting this lady to the program. I hope that's okay with ZNBC,
Oh
so
yeah.
that she can actually help us better with understanding the investment aspect of life insurance. So look forward to this program next week. We will have an expert that we are inviting to join us next week to discuss the investment aspect of life insurance. So that's just a quick um, a quick thing just to clear, because I want our viewers, listeners to receive the right information, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, we don't want to mislead anyone.
Very true.
Like you said, we've got quite a number of followers, so we need to disperse accurate information. Okay.
Very, very true.
Yeah, so that was just a quick correction.
Nice one.
Mhm.
All right. So now we'll be waiting for the lady so we can learn a lot as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure there's a lot to learn.
Nice one.
Yes.
All right. So now let's dive in it right now.
Mhm.
Okay. We get into this issue. Right now, okay. Know your tax 2025 on the breakfast show is what it is. That's
Mhm.
what we are dealing with. Why this Know Your Tax 2025 program? Why is it so critical for people? By the way, Konki.
So tax is not a static thing. It's tax always evolves, and every year when you hear the Minister of Finance present the budget in Parliament, like we are expecting this Friday, very eagerly expecting, most of us finance personnel actually look forward to the budget speech by the minister, because that's where we get to see the feel of how 2026 or the next year will be like. So tax is not static. There are always tax changes that are communicated to us through the minister and implemented by ZRA. So the Know Your Tax workshop is an annual workshop that we've held since 2014, Chilufya.
Mm-hmm.
We've had this workshop. I think there was just a little bit of a break during COVID, when we had COVID. However, we've been very consistent. It normally comes around March, but this year we delayed a little bit because there's been quite a number of tax changes, as many of you may be aware. And some of the changes were not even in the budget speech of 2025 that the minister did for 2025. So the Know Your Tax workshop is designed to help us get up to date with the tax changes. It's a 2-day practical workshop that is designed to unpack any tax updates using real life scenarios and how you can apply these in your business as well as in your personal finance management. A number of us are aware about the withholding tax on bonds and how that is affecting us. And then there's also a complication with withdrawing this withholding tax system for VAT, so withholding tax on VAT. So there's a number of things that are happening and people are getting confused. So this Know Your Tax is designed to help you, I like to say, help you to understand taxes so that you avoid surprises. That's, I like to use the word, you avoid surprises. So that is what it's about in a nutshell.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice, great. You just joined us. This is what it is, and this is what we're discussing right here. I just love this, and is very clear about that. So taxes, you have to follow each and every a tax that we pay, right? And
Yeah.
just know what we are dealing with, right here, just in case. All right. We have Musa here asking a question. It's good to have them off guard.
No, let's go.
It's good to have them off guard here.
Yes.
He's saying they are running a boarding house. does it mean they also have to pay taxes?
So
for
Musa is running a
business?
boarding house.
Yes. Should he pay taxes? He wants to be very careful so that he doesn't, encounter any surprises.
That's a very nice
At some
question.
point.
So for those online, Musa is running a boarding house, so he's asking, should he pay tax? So one thing about tax that you should understand is that as long as you earn an income, you are supposed to pay tax on your income end. And there are different types of taxes that we pay. Okay. For corporates, there's what we call the corporate income tax, which is the standard rate is about 30%, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that is the corporate tax. And then we have taxes for small businesses, the turnover tax. If your turnover is below a certain threshold, I think now it's about 5 million kwachas. So there are different taxes depending on what category you are. So if the business is turning over less than 5 million kwacha, he may be required to pay turnover tax. Okay, and now there's even a new one, this minimum tax that's been introduced that we also want to get more information on, the minimum alternative tax, which is a tax that will be applied to corporates, whether profitable or not. So this is a new development that was communicated in 2025 that we still need to get clarity on. So yes, in simple terms, you do need to pay tax on your income earned. For those that are employed, we pay as you earn. So everybody pays tax.
Oh yeah, everyone pays. You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it.
As you buy bread, you're paying tax.
Yes.
All right, nice one. So thank you for that question, Musa, as we are driving together. So getting back to this issue, getting back to the training, Mukonki, what exactly will participants, walk away with from the training itself, by the way?
So there's a lot of things that participants walk away with. But for this year, we've got 5 clear objectives. We want to understand the 2025 tax amendments. We also want to look at practical approaches to compliance. How do you become tax compliance, particularly now that we have this introduction of the smart invoice system, which is a big development, because now if you don't issue your invoices from the smart invoice system, you will not actually be able to claim your input VAT. So you may lose out on claiming money on your purchases for VAT, those that are VAT registered. So it's a very, very huge development. And if you are VAT registered, it's something that you should already be aware of. But how do you ensure that you can comply and claim your VAT input so that it reduces your output VAT, that is the VAT on your sales? I know I might be using big terms today, Chilufya, bear with me. Otherwise, people that pay these taxes actually understand them very well.
Nice.
And we normally engage ZRA on our programs. So this is also a time for you to network with ZRA directly and ask them questions that you might have in terms of issues that you are facing in your company from a tax perspective. Finally, we look at tax planning. How do you plan your taxes well so that you can, manage your taxes really well? For those that pay VAT, how do you do your tax planning such that you can actually manage to pay your value-added tax when it falls due in terms of cash flow management? So in a nutshell, these are the things that we are going to help our participants understand.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. So somebody might be asking as they are driving, they say, okay, who's this training really meant for? Is it for everyone, or there's a category of people?
So this training actually is meant for anyone who's interested in understanding Zambian taxation and feel like it's something that they can benefit from. But the most people that can attend or find this useful are finance managers and accountants, tax practitioners and lawyers, or legal advisors. So these are the ones that find our training very useful because they are doing this job, so they're already practicing taxation in their job. So these are the ones that find this really applicable. However, as I've said, anyone can attend this as long as you've got an interest in Zambian taxation.
All right. So just run us through the key highlights, by the way. There could be highlights that people should expect in terms of content.
So in terms of content, the Know Your Tax workshop is very rich, Chilufya, and this this has been designed since 2014, as I said. We normally cover income tax changes. We look at VAT changes. We're also going to look at property transfer tax, which affects those that are in property, that buy property and sell property. And then we're also going to look at customs and excise duties. So in a nutshell, this is what our broad picture looks like in terms of the course content. So it's a summary. Those that want a detailed course description, I can email you the course description so that you can have a feel of the actual detailed content. And we have expert facilitators on our trainings. Always, those that have attended our training in the past know that we have the lead facilitator, Mr. Hanson Igoma, who always takes the lead in helping us understand tax. And behind him, we have another guru that prepares the materials for us. And this is Mr. Abraham Mulolani. So our program is really, really rich because we take the best tax consultants that we have in Zambia that help you really understand these things. And aside from these two, we also have ZRA on hand to help you with any questions that you might have. So the Know Your Tax workshop is a workshop. It's a must attend for anyone who's really serious about their taxation in their company. I don't think, maybe I shouldn't say this. However, I will. I don't think there's another workshop on taxation that go into the details and practicality the way we do the Know Your Tax workshop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. This will be like the main, like the in detail, right?
Yes, it's practical, hands-on application of tax. It's not just giving you updates. It's actually the training where we get you to use your hands and soil yourself a little bit, get dirty somehow. It's like gardening.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you need to feel the soil, so you need to feel the tax.
Nice one. No, the other issue that people always get worried about is the issue of penalties. Penalties. Okay, what's your take on this?
So penalties will be there if you are not complying with the requirements from ZRA. So one way companies incur penalties is by late filing of their tax returns, and also just not keeping their records well. So when there's an audit conducted by ZRA, you're not able to furnish them with the required information. That normally affects a lot of businesses when it comes to penalties. So penalties as a result of non-compliance with the requirements of our tax regulators, that's ZRA, and they can cripple your business if you're not careful. So attending this training helps you to understand the risks and minimize these risks in terms of how do you set up compliance calendars, how do you get ready for audit assessments, and a lot of other tips. And one thing I like about our tax workshop at Chilufya, we get feedback even from the participants or attendees. They also communicate to us their issues, and other people get to learn from the other fellow attendees in terms of issues that they are facing and how they handle them. So it's a very engaging and interactive event that is very, very good also for networking as well. So yeah.
Nice. All right. So why Inside Partners Africa? Why should someone trust Inside Partners Africa to deliver this information?
So Inside Partners Africa has conducted training workshops, not just on tax, but on other topics as well. I know another famous course that we do is the debt management workshop, so effective debt management, as well as cash flow. In addition to our personal finance investment courses, of course, like bonds and shares. But the biggest ones are actually the tax workshop and the debt management. And we've done this training since 2014. And our trainings are really practical and hands-on. One thing that makes me laugh whenever I do a training, particularly for the first time, most attendees go to the venue hotel, Radisson Blu. Most of the times we love Radisson Blu. It's very convenient for us. So they'll be there and they'll be sitting and waiting to just listen for the 2 days, they're just waiting to listen and receive information. Many people get surprised when because we facilitate, we are trying to draw out knowledge from you as well before we can actually give you the information that we have. So when we ask questions and we want to engage you, on the first day, actually, a lot of attendees get surprised and are like, what is happening? And they're a little bit jittery. But then in the second day, they get the gist of the way we deliver our training, and they now understand that, oh, we are actually here to learn. Some feedback that I get is like, oh my goodness, I felt like I'm going back to school, because this is how practical we try to make our training programs. And even for those practicing accountants, because it's been a while since they sat down in perhaps a college theater room and were being lectured to, and now they are being facilitated to, they really find it a little bit weird at first, but on the second day, they adjust and understand and enjoy the training, and actually even wish that we could go for more days, but by then we'll have concluded with our program. So that is what Insight Partners does. It's really practical hands-on training.
Wow, 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 wow. That's some conky for you there. That's some conky. Okay. Wow. I wish we could go on and on, but how can people sign up, by the way, just in case somebody's wondering to say, how do I sign up to be part of this?
So this is going to be big. By the way, I left out one big thing that we're going to cover in this program for October. The dates are October 30 and 31st October.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we do the Know Your Tax workshop. This year, it's been done on a very unique date. And we're also going to cover the 2026 tax expectations, because we know that this Friday, Minister of Finance will be presenting the budget for 2026 in Parliament. So we are going to also have an overview of the 2026 tax changes, proposed tax changes. And that is also going to be interesting. So if you want to register for this program, you can contact me. I'm going to give you my number. It's 0977 44 56 04, 0977 44 56 04. Contact me and we're going to give you full details of how you can attend the Know Your Tax workshop. And if you are really serious about your taxation, particularly those accountants and lawyers working in corporates, you need to join us and enjoy this very rich program that we've designed for you.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. In closing, what are we telling the nation?
So in closing, I would like to thank everyone, particularly past attendees to any of our workshops. I know we've had a number of people pass through our training program. So it's just a thank you to you all for the support that we've received. As an indigenous Zambian company, it is not easy, but you've always been there for us. So many thanks to you for supporting us. And we look forward to, I actually look forward to seeing you all in October at the Radisson Blu, so that we can start ending 2025 on a very strong note. So I hope to see all of you.
Date again?
So it's 30 and 31st October. It's the last 2 days of October.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's actually Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
So you can take Saturday off.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And go and get some knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge is power, right?
Knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge.
Applied. You need to apply it.
We can go on and on.
On the breakfast show. It was good having you on the show.
Thank you so much.
All right, there you have it. This has been Inside Our Partners show here with Mukonki, our financial expert. Will be joining or should be joining us next week